Manny Pacquiao, you're not on my level. Manny Pacquiao, you will never be on my level. Period. Simple and plain. Accept the loss and say, you know what, Mayweather, you know what, you was the better fighter. It's okay to be number two. It's okay to be right behind.
Floyd was in his prime.
Yeah.
That would have been like this. He would just get right up on you. It would just show you how good Floyd really is.
Yeah.
Because the fact that he's won decisions by, playing it safe.
In a jaw-dropping moment that stunned
both fans and host Joe Rogan alike, Floyd Mayweather issued a chilling warning to his longtime rival Manny Pacquiao during a recent appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience. What began as a reflective conversation about legacy and greatness quickly turned intense when Mayweather, with his signature confidence, took direct aim at Pacquiao's rumored comeback plans, with Rogan left momentarily speechless. Mayweather made it crystal clear if Pacquiao is thinking about stepping back into the ring with Money Mayweather, he better be ready for a reality check.
I mean, I don't have that in my mind right now because my focus on Saturday. I always say one at a time. Let's talk about it after the fight, and let me focus this coming fight, because this is not an easy opponent. Like, he's a champion. He's taller than me, so I have to be ready 100% mentally, 100% physically, and 100% of course.
To understand the weight of Mayweather's recent warning, we need to revisit the epic rivalry between these two legends. Mayweather 50 and Pacquiao 62-82 have long been seen as two of the greatest boxers of their era. Their long-anticipated bout in May 2015, dubbed the fight of the century, was one of the highest-grossing boxing matches of all time. Although Mayweather won by unanimous decision, fans and critics alike have debated the fight's outcomes, citing Pacquiao's injured shoulder and a lackluster performance by both fighters.
His hand was fast, his right hand was fast, and he was throwing them both fast and strong. But when it's all said and done, he was a beat fighter. From round one, he knew it. I can't beat Floyd Mayweather. 6 days before the fight, he boxed 4 rounds. And if you go look, when he came out to Las Vegas, he was throwing combinations. Everything seemed just fine. Waving to the crowd, both hands. Manny Pacquiao, you're not on my level. Manny Pacquiao, you will never be on my level. Period. Simple and plain. If you lost, accept the loss and say, you know what, Mayweather, you know what, you was the better fighter. You was the better fighter. It's okay to be number two.
4 years Pacquiao pushed for a rematch, claiming he was not at 100% and vowing to prove he could defeat the undefeated champ. Mayweather, however, repeatedly dismissed Pacquiao's calls, choosing instead to enjoy his retirement, focus on exhibition bouts, and build his brand.
Pacquiao shares his thoughts on a rematch with Floyd Mayweather.
In the future, would you ever do a rematch versus Floyd Mayweather?
I'm active. It's not so hard to say.
If he were to be active, would you consider?
If he wants, I don't think he will fight.
This next year, I hope to see you here in Japan again with a big fight against
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, yeah.
The rivalry between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao stands as one of the most significant and lucrative in boxing history, spanning over a decade. Their eventual clash in 2015 was the culmination of years of anticipation, negotiations, and public demand. The initial discussions for a bout began around 2009, when both fighters were at the pinnacle of their careers. However, disagreements over testing protocols and promotional issues delayed the fight for several years.
Any version of Mayweather would have always beaten Pacquiao, in my opinion. I think Mayweather would have always done what's necessary for Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao had a greater career, but I think Mayweather's a better fighter. And I think Mayweather had the right things for somebody like Pacquiao. I mean, he had the right one-punch speed. He had the right IQ. He was bigger than Manny with longer arms. He had great feet. It's just a kryptonite for Manny Pacquiao. I personally thought so.
Manny Pacquiao spoke about that he shouldn't have.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, yeah.
Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not gonna say he's right and I'm not gonna say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million. He said my name when he didn't supposed to. Remember I said, it's a time and a place.
I am not going to say he is right and I am not going to say he is wrong, you know, but it is so crazy when he spoke about it. I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million. He said my name when he did not supposed to. Remember, I said it is a time and a place for any and everything in a truly bizarre interview that has gone viral. Boxing legend Pacquiao claimed he beat Floyd Mayweather in slow motion. The 8-division world champion looked serious as he explained that when the 2015 mega fight is played back at reduced speed, you can see I landed more punches. Fans were stunned by the unexpected statement, reigniting debate over the controversial decision that saw Mayweather win by unanimous decision. Pacquiao insisted his shoulder injury at the time limited his performance, but slow motion reveals the truth.
Yeah, you got an operation, yeah. I remember you posted a picture of really hurt. Was he better or worse than you thought he was?
No, that's his style. Like, I knew it. But the thing is, I review. I'm expecting that I won the fight because he didn't throw a lot of punches. I throw a lot of punches. And I reviewed the compy box, like slow motion from first round to 12 rounds. Like how many punches get connected and how many punches of him he connected. You know, that's boxing.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining or making, just it's happened that way. It happened to me many times.
Did you want a rematch with Floyd?
I'm still active. It's up to him if he...
You got a lot of slack for saying Manny Pacquiao is a better pound-for-pound fighter than Floyd Mayweather. I actually disagreed with you.
Pacquiao wasn't able to make flyweight. He was a flyweight who won the lineal championship. So if that's not the most or one of the 2 or 3 most impressive things in the history of boxing, the fact that he could move up, give me an example of another flyweight who was the lineal champion, moved up, won a bunch of titles in between, and then was that good as a welterweight. Pacquiao won lineal titles, indisputable, that's the man who beat the man, or else putting belts together. No one had ever done it before, ever. A lot of great flyweights. No one ever did that. No one ever came close to dreaming about doing that. And then Pacquiao did it. So the fact that Pacquiao is even competitive with Floyd Mayweather, who's one of the greatest pure boxers ever, I really don't have a horse in the race. I always thought Mayweather was going to beat Pacquiao. I never thought Pacquiao was going to...
Joe Rogan commented on Floyd Mayweather's physical condition with genuine surprise, noting how remarkably fit he still is for his age. During their conversation, Rogan emphasized that Mayweather does not just look good, he moves with the same sharpness and speed that defined his prime years in boxing. Rogan highlighted how Floyd's discipline, consistent training routine, and clean lifestyle have clearly paid off. He expressed admiration for Mayweather's ability to stay in such top shape, saying it is rare to see a retired athlete maintain that level of intensity and focus. For Rogan, Floyd remains an elite-level fighter physically and mentally.
Easy workouts, and he would crack open a Pepsi, and people are like, what the f is he doing? Like, he's crazy. But no, he's not. He's smart. And you would think, like, there's no way this guy, he treats his body like a temple. But he does. That guy did it the right way. Never drank, never partied, would run home from the club at 2 o'clock in the morning. If boxing is hit and don't get hit, who's better than Floyd? How many people cracked him? Chain cracked him. My God, knocked his tooth out and then would carry.
Despite earning hundreds of millions during his career, Mayweather, like many elite athletes, faces ongoing financial obligations that require careful planning. Lavish lifestyle choices, business ventures, taxes, and supporting an entourage constrain even the wealthiest to maintain long-term stability. Mayweather strategically turned to exhibition fights. These events allow him to generate significant income without the risks of full-scale professional bouts. By leveraging his name and global brand, he continues to earn while protecting his health. This pragmatic decision not only sustains his financial status but also reinforces his legacy as a savvy businessman both inside and outside.
He didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS. which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that.
Rogan offered a sharp critique saying Mayweather's fame did not stem from raw talent like Mike Tyson's but from his cocky attitude and arrogance. According to Rogan, Floyd created a persona that many found irritating, and that is exactly why people paid to watch him, not because they loved him but because they hoped to see him defeated. This tactic may have worked for views in pay-per-views, but it also built a fan base grounded in resentment rather than respect.
Again, this John Gotti III, who is a very good up-and-coming MMA fighter. So, you know, he has all the weapons, takedowns, submissions, kicks, all that jazz. But he's choosing to fight Floyd in a boxing fight just for money, just like Conor McGregor did. It's really a trick. He gets these people to box with him. They have no business boxing with him. And he's making millions and millions of dollars doing this way after his competitive career is over. Which is...
because he's earned that right.
Hey, man, he's a genius. He really is a genius. He's a genius in figuring out a way to keep making money. And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like, he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like, this is $1 million worth of watches. This
Rogan called the whole sequence crazy as Mayweather dominated the ring and toyed with Gotti, culminating in a mid-bout clash when Gotti repeatedly clung and ignored the ref's commands. According to Rogan, Gotti was on the back foot the entire fight and resorted to clinching even as Mayweather launched precise counters, but the real fireworks came during the rematch in Mexico when Mayweather struck with a long right hook, legitimate by all accounts, but the referee mistakenly flagged it as illegal. Rogan was furious. The first referee was terrible, fired the referee in the middle of the bout. Get the out of here. Floyd was 100% correct.
Gotti, the mobster, his grandson,
the brawl.
He was holding. So Floyd is just piecing him up. You know, I mean, even at 46, he's the greatest of all time. And this kid is really an MMA fighter. He's a tough guy. He caught Floyd a couple times, some little shots. But mostly he's just getting boxed up. Boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. But he was holding on quite a bit and wouldn't let go and was trying to like hold and clinch and hit, which is something you can do in MMA. So he's protecting himself from Floyd, but he's not letting go. And so Kenny Bayless gets tired of him not listening and not letting go, and he pushes him off and he says, that's it, I'm stopping this fight. That's it. You won't listen to me, I am calling this fight. So he goes crazy and gets away from Kenny Bayless and just starts wailing punches at Floyd. Look at this, Floyd catches him with a counter right there. It became amazing.
In a recent interview, former world champion Ricky Hatton shared his honest take on the long-standing debate between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, having fought both legends in their prime. Hatton admitted that while Pacquiao was more aggressive and explosive, Mayweather's defensive brilliance and ring IQ made him the superior overall boxer. Hatton emphasized that Mayweather's ability to neutralize opponents and adapt mid-fight gave him a clear edge. Though he respects both icons, Hatton concluded that Mayweather's unbeaten record and technical mastery set him apart as the better fighter in terms of strategy, control, and consistent dominance over opponents.
Both, obviously. In your opinion, who's better? Who's tougher?
I think Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, I think Floyd Mayweather. I mean, and that sounds rich because he absolutely was probably one of the most brutal knockouts in boxing history, I'd say. You know what I mean? When I see him getting knocked out by Pacquiao on Instagram or YouTube or anything like that, it's in the top 10 of the most destructive knockouts of all time. Yeah. But I was a little bit past myself back in the day. You know, I'd had one or two. You know, I wasn't a master of defence like Floyd Mayweather. I'd take 4 to get one in sometimes. You know, and
I'm the same, Ricky.
And in between fights, I'd be up in weight, down in weight, up and down in weight. You know, on the lash and and all that stuff and that. So wasn't looking after my body like an athlete probably should have done. And I think I was, by the time I got in the ring for the Manny Pacquiao thing, I was a little more a shell of myself. But I think when I fought Floyd, I was a little bit more.
George Kambosos Jr. once had the privilege of training with Manny Pacquiao, and he credits those sessions with having a huge impact on his development. He often speaks about how he learned more than just punches. He learned mindset, discipline, and how to push past limits. According to Kambosos, Pacquiao's influence was not only physical. He taught him that boxing is a game of the mind as much as it is of the body. Watching Pacquiao in training, Kambosos learned how to blend speed, intelligence, and preparation into a well-rounded strategy.
Trained with Manny Pacquiao had to be a huge asset for you, because even though Bay was probably your biggest name opponent up until then, you'd been How many rounds had you done with Manny?
250 rounds over 3 world title campaigns.
So it started with the Jeff Horn fight?
It did, yeah. When Jeff got, obviously, the fight with Manny Pacquiao, I was in Los Angeles. And I was sparring his ex-sparring partners, Jose Ramirez and Ray Beltran. I was doing 5-5, and these guys are good fighters, former world champions. And Freddie come over and he goes, you know, Manny's got the Jeff Horn fight. So yeah, I'm hearing about it. He goes, well, you're sparring his sparring partners. How would you like to go against your countrymen and help Manny prepare? I said, Freddie, I'm all in. You know, I know he's my countryman, but it's an opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah,
Manny's my idol.
You can't pass that up.
So I had a fight a couple weeks after the sparring sessions that I impressed and got the opportunity. So I still had to win that fight against Camille Bala in New Zealand. And in between that fight, I got a really bad cut on my eye. And the first thing that went to my head was, I got to sparring with Manny Pacquiao in a week and a half. I go, now this cut might stop it. So I wasn't even thinking about the opponent or thinking about the fight. I knew I was going to win this fight by any means, but I was thinking about my opportunity against Manny Pacquiao. But you know, we got there.
Did
we went over.
glue it?
We got the stitches.
Yeah.
Patient has at times sparked controversy, especially when conversations shift toward comparing his greatness with other fighters. A notable example came from YouTuber Showbiz the Adult, who recalled an encounter where Mayweather reacted defensively when someone suggested Manny Pacquiao might be the greater fighter. According to the account, Mayweather responded by accusing Pacquiao of using performance-enhancing drugs, underscoring how deeply he values his position in boxing history and how sensitive he can be when that legacy is challenged or questioned. Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Ring Headquaterzz and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.